to go back to your remarks regarding jihadists, Islamic jihadists. Why do you think it's so hard for the president and his administration to name them for what they are? Islamist jihadists.
He grew up in Indonesia. He said the most beautiful sound that he's ever heard is a call to prayer. My upbringing and the place where I grew up in those years that he was in Indonesia very much directly affected me. That's that time in my life when the world was right. And so I think it's harder for him to put that challenge out because of that. But, now President General Al-Sisi in Egypt, he's got a handle on this. He's right. And, he gave his speech that said, we're going to have to fix this problem. We're not only, and it comes from inside Islam, and it's, of course, the radical elements inside Islam. I would look to President Al-Sisi to be eventually a global leader on this issue. But the president is not going to help us with this. He will not allow a proper definition. He will not address and identify the problem, and he surely isn't going to solve it if he can't define it.
Do you think the next role for the U.S. military is to have boots on the ground? Because that's a lot of Democrats are now saying that we need boots on the ground to win this fight against ISIS.
It's not that simple.
Right.
I would say instead we should pour all of the assets that they can use into the Kurds. Train the Kurds and put our special forces on the ground with them, give them all the close air support that they can use, and let the Kurds go in and push ISIS out of the northern part of Iraq and the northern part of Syria. That's their natural tribal land anyway, and a lot of them have been driven out. So if we support the Kurds in that, the Kurds will not go to Damascus and they will not go to Baghdad, but they would carve out their own sovereign nation state, and they deserve it. And we should support them in doing that, and that'll squeeze ISIS down against Assad in Damascus. And let's see who wins that. But I would empower the Kurds, and I would look forward to an independent Kurdistan as a result.
All right.